It's a story which has captured the attention of the world, and in this special edition of our regular international news segment, we're taking a special look at the continuing search for the missing Malaysia airline. It's now been 7 days and it seems we're still no closer to determining the exact whereabouts of Flight 370. Authorities are now expanding their search to the Indian Ocean after a number of conflicting reports concerning the plane's location. To exemplify the task facing those search crews, the search area covers an incredible 37,000 miles. Now let's take a look back at the events leading up to the mystery surrounding the flight and its 239 crew members. On the morning of Saturday, March 8th, 1 to 2 hours after takeoff, Malaysia Airlines traffic control loses contact with the flight. There was no distress signal and the weather at the time was clear. The plane, carrying 227 passengers and 12 crew members, was headed to Beijing in China from Kuala Lumpur. Malaysian search ships see no sign of wreckage in the area where the flight last made contact, but Vietnamese authorities report giant oil slicks and smoke. Both reports proved fruitless. Then questions of terrorism were brought up after two men who boarded the plane were reported to have stolen IDs. Both men entered Malaysia on February 28th using valid Iranian passports. Neither of these passports were listed in Interpol's database. On Tuesday, March the 11th, radar evidence shows the missing plane changed course and made it to the Malacca Strait, hundreds of miles away from the last location reported by authorities. The Strait of Malacca is one of the world's busiest shipping channels along Malaysia's west coast. By Wednesday, Chinese satellite images are released which show a suspected crash site. The red arrows here highlight what appears to be three large floating objects in waters south of Vietnam. These objects are later identified as having nothing to do with the plane. And today, the search expands to the Indian Ocean. A new piece of the puzzle suggests that whoever was piloting the plane could have been following a route which would have taken the plane over the Andaman Islands. Aviation experts say it's possible that someone could have hijacked the flight, and they're also considering pilot suicide. But a senior US official has said there's a likelihood that in fact the plane is at the bottom of the Indian Ocean. Chinese researchers say they recorded a seafloor event in waters around Malaysia and Vietnam about an hour and a half after the plane's last known contact. As of now, 57 ships and 48 aircraft from 13 different countries are involved in the search. The San Diego destroyer, the USS Kidd, is a member of the search team currently scouring the Indian Ocean for clues. And you can read more about this story right here on utsandiego.com.